I went to the Lido this time. They were only on for one night, a Wednesday night, and they were staying in Manchester. And I remember they came on the stage and they did a sketch. I didn't think that it was too funny actually, but having said that, I still like Laurel and Hardy. They did it at a bus stop, I think, if I remember rightly. And at the end of the night, I went down to the stage door and we saw them getting into the taxi to go to Manchester. I also went to the Lido and the Ink Spots, which were quite a well-known group way back in the 40s, 50s and 60s, and they did 11 encores that night. They never actually did a full turn. They did one tune and then went off, and they got cheers and claps and they came back, and they did this 11 times. It's one of the most boring. I'm not a fan of the Ink Spots. Why I went, I don't know. I think it was only to say I've been, and I must admit it was one of the most boring nights I've ever had for 11 encores there. There were, the Grand Theatre. This is not the cinema, the Grand Theatre. All the big people acted there. Charlie Chaplin. I didn't see Charlie Chaplin. I saw Arthur Askew there. A lot of the big British stars were at the Grand Theatre, and the story goes, no, I don't know how true it is, the story goes that there used to be a man in Bolton called the Bradshawgate Basher. We had one or two characters with Freddie, who was a lady type man, I'll put it that way. We also had Jimmy Clean Clogs. Now, Jimmy Clean Clogs was a lad, he was about, lucky if he made 5 foot, but his clogs, you could see your face in them. And none of the buzz riders liked him because he used to kick the wheels of buzzers. I know it sounds funny, but he did. I was on Bradshawgate one time, and just after the war, when the buzzers really started again, after the trams finished, the bus wheels used to screech when they put the brakes on, and they were very loud. And I was walking up Bradshawgate, and Jimmy Clean Clogs is in front of me, and he's walking along, and this buzz made this loud screeching noise, and Jimmy didn't like it, and he kicked all sorts, 7 bells out of the tyre of the bus, but the bus driver just shouted at him. They didn't like Jimmy Clean Clogs. They didn't like buses neither. But that was one of the characters. Freddie was another, and Bradshawgate Basher. And I don't remember Bradshawgate Basher. It was just before my time. But I'm told that he used to wear a frock coat that was all worn. He also had a thin walking stick, and he wore a bowler hat. And one day, Charlie Chaplin, I think in 1917, he was appearing at the Grand, and he went on to Bradshawgate on Tuesday, and he saw this fellow. And that night, he came onto the stage with a torn frock coat, a bowler hat, and a thin cane, and everybody went wild. They realised they were shaking off the Bradshawgate Basher. But if you see Charlie Chaplin today, he has a thin cane, a bowler hat, and a tailcoat. Now that might be folklore, but that was the story I've heard about him. 1917, I think it was, when he came on the Grand. Grace Fields was a big one for the Grand. And of course the Theatre Royal used to do shows, and also you had the big operatic societies in the town, Bolton Operatic Society and so on, probably about a dozen, and they would take over the Theatre Royal or the Lido for a week when they put the big shows on, the big and there were sellouts because these amateur dramatic people, they were as good as professional in one sense, and that was it. So yeah, there's a lot of top people came to Bolton, to the Grand. One of the things about the Grand is in the interval you could go downstairs and buy a pasty from the old pasty shop, or you could go to Drennan's and get an ice cream. And I remember the Grand in particular, because we used to go up in the Gods. It was 6pence, and the Gods was a 3rd story up. And you sort of, if you were airsick, it was very long way down to the stage. But I remember there were stone steps at the back of the ground. You didn't go in at the front on the cheap one. There was a lady in a pay box, and I don't think that pay box was a yard square. And that lady never smiled, and I know the reason why. She was just in this pay box, and she sat there taking money, and of course she went up in the gods. And we saw some good shows there, but one show we saw, I'm glad I didn't pay with it. I used to work at the Co-op in those days, and our manager had got a promotion, and he took us all to the ground. And it was a show called The Soldiers in Skirts. It was the worst show I've ever seen, I'm sorry to say that. They were actually, they were a part of Mensa, the old wartime show people that was run by the army. But, oh my word, most of us spent 3/4 of the time in the bar, I'm sorry to say. And so did some of the soldiers in skirts. They spent more time in the bar than on the stage. So that's a little bit about the ground. The Hippodrome itself, actually, when that went over to Lawrence Williamson, it started, as I say, I forgot what it was called, 1923 I think it was, or maybe around 27. It did start as a cinema, but they went over to plays. And I know we started to go, my wife and myself, for a bit. And we just started when it closed down. So whether it's us, we were bad omens for it, I don't know. And they knocked it down and made a health centre there. Then they knocked the health centre down and made a car park. But that's something about the cinemas. That's it. Thank you.